Alright, so today we're going to talk about replacing the gasket on the Primo XL, and I'm going to show you how I do it.
You ready? Let's go!
Alright, so first things first, you can kind of see this gasket is starting to peel away already. I've been working on this periodically just to kind of help move this process along. Again, one of the reasons why I like my Blaze. I won't ever have to worry about replacing the gasket on that. But in any case, Kamado Joes, Big Green Eggs, Primos, pretty much all of them require the gasket to be replaced after a few years. This one's probably been on there too long, quite frankly, but it is what it is. So as you can see, I'm just making my way. Hang on, let's get back here, buddy. I'm making my way around just like this with my little scraper, simultaneously pulling. Most of this looks like it's coming off, but I'm just using the scraper to kind of make sure that I get any of the adhesive and other pieces off of there. You can really see where some of this got burnt in pretty good. So I'm definitely going to have to do some extra cleaning here to make sure we get this stuff off. But yeah, this is coming off fairly good. Now we're in a spot where it's not. See, spoke too soon. So, kind of see where I'm at right now. Go back the other way, see what I can get to. Maybe I can pull this way. Get a little bit closer to our end. Yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead, get this cleaned up, get the top done as well. Top is very similar to the bottom, obviously. You can kind of see that. I've been also working on this one. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, I think you can see that. There we go. So, yeah, I'm just gently working this back. This is definitely going to have to require some cleaning. Get that degreaser to get this stuff off of here. So, keep working on this. Back to it, but also it allows moisture to build up in this, so I'm trying to make sure that I don't have moisture build up, especially over the winter in here. So I think having this gasket replaced is going to be good. I obviously have to get a couple of cooks in on this. Now before she sets up. Man, looks like it's not coming off easy. Seems like this side is stickier for whatever reason. I'm not sure why, but whatever. Maybe they just put more adhesive on this side. I don't know. Doesn't really matter at this point. Just want to get this thing off of here so I can get this cleaner on here. And we can get this thing stripped and a new one put on. Alright, let's get into the next step. That's the top and bottom gasket. Let's get this thing cleaned up. Alright, this is not an advertisement. This is just what I like to use. It's a goof off, works first time, pro strength. This is what I used last time on the cap for this. Seems to work really good. I'm just going to be basically blotting this on here. I can tell you this stuff definitely has a little bit of smell to it, so you definitely want to be in a well ventilated area if you're going to use it. But I'm just basically going to put this around the areas, especially the areas that still have some of the gasket you know, kind of still adhere to it, just so I can clean this off completely and clearly before we apply the new gasket down on here. And of course I'm going to do the same on the bottom. Just going to basically apply this goof off all the way across there and then let it set for a little bit, just like we did last time. Same thing down here, no different. Going to be applying this over here and get this clean. Alright, so now we're back. You can see it's a lot easier to scrape this stuff off after that stuff is soaked in a little bit. So now I'm just peeling this off. We'll still have to go through here and probably clean this a little bit just to get that chemicals off of here, but it's definitely coming off. So. Alright, this kit comes with these acetone wipes. And that's kind of what I'm doing now, is I'm just going back through here, cleaning this off with the acetone wipes, what little residuals here, and this will get it prepared before I start to put the gasket on. So, alright, so now it's time for the gasket. Basically, I'm going to start on the bottom, just to make sure I get a good seat. And I am going to start over here, and then gently pull this down as I go around this. So what I'm doing in essence is pulling this, simultaneously pressing this down. As you can see, I want to make sure it gets a good seat. I want to make sure it's in there. I want to make sure that it's on the ceramic and that it's holding up. So basically that's what I'm doing. Just putting this around there, getting all this seated, make sure it's good. There we go. Uh-oh, messed up. Gotta get a little closer than that. There we go. There we go. Now we got good seating all the way around. It's up against that bar back there. Definitely looks good. And like I said, just gotta keep working around, and we'll get this on there. One of the things to note too, what I'm doing is I'm pulling this. So I'm actually pulling this a little tight, not extremely, just a little bit, just so I can get a nice, secure adhesive to this ceramic as I'm going around. I want to make sure that's good, flat, and even. Alright, well the bottom seam looks pretty good. Got that in there. Took a little bit of work, but you know, it's part of the process. And I think this is going to turn out really good. Just got to get the top down. Now you can hardly see the seam now where I've had this thing on here, but man, I tell you what, definitely I can tell you it's the better Velcro, or sorry, gasket, than what came with the original Primo. So hopefully this one holds up, and we'll get the top done next. Alright, under normal circumstances, unfortunately I had to stop or pause this installation. Now I'm on the top. It started raining. It's still sprinkling, but I gotta get this done. So under normal circumstances, I would probably take this top off, lay it flat just to make sure I get everything even, but honestly I don't have the time nor availability, and I think I'm gonna be fine getting this to line up, set, and then flatten it. So we'll go on to the next step. You can see we're coming along nicely, so I'll show you how this turns out. Alright, you can see that new felt is on there pretty tight, and definitely good to have a new gasket on this grill. That would definitely help from preventing any leaks and keeping this thing obviously in the right. So like I said, I'm going to keep this, I'm going to just basically close this up and let this set. Then we'll try to fire this up tomorrow and see how it goes. Alright, so I hope that video was informative. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button. Obviously hit me up in the comments as well what you thought of this video. I'm going to try to do, when I can, certain instructional things about when I reduce stuff to my grills. Also got another one coming up soon, all about cleaning, how I clean my grills. I know it seems rather boring, but you're going to want to stay tuned. I got some techniques and things that I like to use that you can use also at home on your grills.